Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Maximilian College Basketball Picks and Analysis for Thursday, March 5th. I'm your host, Max Hofmeyer, and I've got two matchups to go over for today's plays. And let's first start with a little double recap here. Tuesday's plays were UC and UCLA. Those were late night plays, so I didn't get a chance to recap them on the last episode. But yeah, nice 2-0 there. Like I talked about in that one, the Bearcats are just playing great right now, and BYU is not. Those were two teams heading opposite directions, so we got to win there. UCLA talked about how Mick Cronin, in that UCLA squad, they're great at home, they're terrible on the road, and we saw that in that game as well. So got a nice 2-0 on Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, an afternoon sweat in that Bellarmine game. My gosh, they tried to do everything they could to blow that game. But hey, like I tweeted, never doubt on Bellarmine. And then on the last play, Indiana gets home easy. Talked about how Minnesota, they actually played that UCLA team at home in their last one, very shorthanded and having to go on the road here. And Indiana's got some good home road splits as well. They're much better at home. We saw that, a 30-point victory. So a nice little 4-0 run there for the last 2 days to move us to 56-41. So nice 58% so far on the picks. And if you have been tailing the picks, go ahead, like, and subscribe. That is all that I ask. And also, if you haven't noticed, we've been putting out conference previews as well. So go ahead, check those out. I've got currently right now, I got a good one with Justin on the MAAC in Missouri Valley that starts tomorrow. So there's still time to get that one in. And then today I put up one with 3-point sniper on the CAA and the SoCon, which start on Friday. So got some time to check those out and, tail those futures. So hopefully get some winners there. But let's go ahead and start with the plays today. And for the first one here, we got a West Coast Conference tournament game. Portland is laying about 2.5 here versus Pepperdine. These teams played twice in the regular season, and Pepperdine actually swept the series. They won both. These are two really bad shooting teams. Pepperdine, 32% from deep, and Portland's actually worse, 30%. And, it's not often that Pepperdine finds themselves in a game that they're actually the better shooting team here. However, though, this Pepperdine team has been solid of late. The Waves started 1-12 in conference play, but they actually ended the regular season on a nice 3-2 run in their last 5 games, and they're shooting 44% from deep in that stretch. Now, Portland, like I said, they've not been good from deep, shooting 30% from beyond the arc this season, and it's actually been worse in their last 5 games. They're 28% from deep, and when they go on the road, it's even worse. This is one of the worst shooting teams on the road in the country. They're a horrible 23.8% from beyond the arc away from home, which ranks in the 0 percentile. I mean, this is literally one of the worst, if not the worst, 3-point shooting team away from home. So I do think we actually have a wrong team favored here. I took Pepperdine plus 2.5. They swept the season series, and I think they win this third one as well. So I took Pepperdine plus 2.5 here for the first play. And for the next play, we got a Big West matchup between UC San Diego and Cal State Fullerton. And these teams already played once, and it was actually a road win for this Fullerton squad. And, shot quality agreed with that result as well. And I think it's because they match up pretty well here with UC San Diego. Fullerton, they give up a bunch of threes on defense. They're 348th in the nation in 3-point frequency allowed. And that's just not the strength of this UC San Diego team. Even though the Tritons have won 5 consecutive games, it hasn't been because of their 3-point shooting. They're 33% in their last 5 games and just 34% on the season. Especially since they started conference play, they've really seen a dip, just 32% from beyond the arc in conference play. And like I said, Fullerton, they give up a bunch of threes. And that's exactly what we saw in this first matchup. UC San Diego is 9 of 34 in that game, and they're likely going to have to shoot a bunch of attempts in this one, and that's just not a good sign for them. The weakness of this Fullerton team has been the lack of rebounding at times, but UC San Diego, they shouldn't threaten much here. They are 9th in the conference in offensive rebound rate. What Cal State Fullerton's defense is really good at, though, they're first in the conference in defensive turnover rate. And, we saw that in that first matchup. They were able to force 17 turnovers in that first game. So like I said, I just think this is a really good matchup for Fullerton. So I'm going to go ahead and take the home dog +4 here for the final play, as I think they cover the spread and maybe even have a good chance here to win this one outright. And that will do it for today's episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out the conference previews up on my channel. Best of luck, everyone.